What does it feel like to kill 30 people? What does it feel like to kill 100,000? You know what I mean? And is it evil? Not if your intention is to understand murder. Because
oh my god,
look at Hitler. He's one of the poster children for like being an evil person. Do you know how many millions of souls benefited from learning from the experience that he has created? Is he evil? Not really. I don't think so. I don't care if it's cancer. I don't care if it's AIDS. It could be whatever. But you could heal yourself in the span of under 7 days.
125,000? No. Hello noble ones, welcome back to my channel. This is the Metatron speaking, and today I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to you directly, not only as the people who support me, watch my content, subscribe to my channel and there follow my platform, but also as the people who literally made my career possible as a content creator on the platform. And this is also my opportunity to take responsibility for something that has happened, and I would like to address it properly here. Now, as you know, from time to time I work with sponsors, as many creators do, and they do constitute a significant part of the revenue generated on this platform. Now, given sponsors and integration are not my primary source of income, AdSense is. I'll talk more about that later. But in general, if you've been watching my content, you do see the occasional sponsor on my videos. Now, you also know that I'm usually quite selective when it comes to the type of sponsors that I accept to take in deals for the platform and on my videos. In the sense that there is a list of sponsors that are literally blacklisted on this platform, whether it be established titles, masterworks and the likes. However, in the past I have also worked with a company called Scentbird. What they do is that they sell these like affordable perfume and cologne packages, and all in all, I mean, I do my due diligence when it comes to the sponsors that I work with, which is one of the reasons why, even though I post 15 to 17 times a month, you don't see 17 sponsors per month on this channel. If anything, I probably do like 2 or 3 per month, sometimes 4, because I need time to do my due diligence. And I did do my due diligence when it comes to Scentbird, but I think what was my shortcoming in this specific instance is that I did my due diligence when it comes to the product they offer and when it comes to the company as a whole. But I did not take any time, I don't know, it didn't even come to my mind to investigate their CEO and co-founder. Now, as you know, one of the channels that I do watch regularly is Critical, so Penguin Zero, and yesterday he dropped this bomb of a video which was titled "This CEO is Crazy." So of course I clicked it while I was doing whatever I was doing, and then it ended up being the CEO of Scentbird. So I'm like, oh no, what's going on now? Now, it appears that the CEO and co-founder of Scentbird, Maria, I'm not even going to try and pronounce her surname, is some kind of a spiritual guru. Now, let me say this just right off the bat right now immediately. I don't particularly care what you believe in your personal sphere. Whatever you want to believe, free country, it doesn't matter, it doesn't bother me. But in this case, this isn't a matter of, well, she believes whatever new age, spiritual, healing, coffee's bad for you, sort of inner energy aura, new age type of stuff. That wouldn't particularly bother me. As I say, free country. The problem is two-faceted in the sense that first, she made some statements that profoundly annoy me in the sense that her position on a few things is not only completely opposite to whatever I stand for and believe in, as you will see in a second. I'll show you what I'm talking about. But as you will see, it's not even just a matter of what she says, is that some of the stuff she says, I think, can be very manipulative, particularly when it comes to people who are struggling with very, very specific situations, such as, for example, cancer, and no. So we're going to check some of these statements out because I want you to see exactly where I'm coming from, but I do want to tell you that when it comes to sponsors, it's me. You do know that this is a team effort, so I've got researchers, I've got anthropologists, I've got Egyptologists, published authors, and all these people behind me, editors. My wife helps me out with the emails and editing. With that being said, when it comes to choosing whether to work with a sponsor or not, I'm the one who makes the choice, so I take full responsibility for having decided to work with this company, but I literally had no idea. And I'm not saying this to excuse if this annoys you that I've decided to work with it. I understand, but this is me. Okay, no one else in the team had any say, or usually has any say, when it comes to the sponsors that I work with, since I'm the owner of the platform. All right, but let's check out some of these things because I want you to see where I'm coming from. Check this out. So 65,000 subscribers.
CEO of Scentbird, Maria Nurislamova.
Were to align with our life purpose, we would see a lot less cancer on planet Earth.
Okay, cancer. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
You could heal yourself from any disease. I don't care if it's cancer. I don't care if it's AIDS. It could be whatever. But you could heal yourself in the span of under 7 days.
We're gonna
Oh, well, I wish you told me that, considering my mom just recently died of stage 3 cancer, which killed her off in 90 days. 7 days? You see, this is why I'm making this apology video to you. This specifically targets people that are dealing with recent losses, people that are dealing with cancer, people that are desperate and therefore they are at their weakest mentally, with promises such as healing you in 7 days. And okay, wait, is money involved in this? I need to see this now. Is money involved in this? Like, more? She has a website. She of course has a website. If she's charging money for this, I swear. A writer's workshop, book my spot, which I imagine has a cost. Yeah, what? Ancestral healing journey, $112 value. Here is a chance to win the most popular. Well, I mean, for something ancestral, what have you? Yeah, X, no thank you. Oh, these are her books. Private retreat. Oh, here we are. Do you feel the call for profound change? Blah, blah, blah. Hero's journey. Okay. So this is what? Some kind of, yeah, okay, so you go to this workshop, I suppose. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. That's a 4 days thing. Vegan dinner, first healing session. There we go. So I imagine it's in connection to the you can heal from anything, AIDS, whatever, cancer. Get your vegan breakfast and check out how much does this cost. Energy exchange. An energy exchange required for this one-on-one deeply transformative experiences. 125,000. Okay, no. No. Email right now. Write this. Due to the recent development with the CEO of Scentbird, we suspend all business activities and collaborations with the company for the foreseeable future. Thank you very much. Send. Cool. You can keep your money. You can keep your money. You can keep your money. Offer 100k per sponsorship. No. Also, notice how manipulative this is. It's an energy exchange. This is what I mean. You can believe whatever you want. If you want to believe the coffee damages your aura, but at the same time, if you eat honey, it makes you into a good person, believe whatever you want. But this is why I'm hereby stating publicly that I suspend and terminate all business interaction, collaboration, and integrations with Scentbird. But now I would like to take a moment to tell you about the kind sponsor that made this video possible, Raid Shadow Legend. Joking, Andrew, it's a joke, calm down. It's a joke, just trying to make it a little light-hearted here, goodness gracious. You must be fun at parties.
Let's say your higher self wants to understand murder.
Oh, for crying out loud. Right.
It's just a fascinating subject for your higher self. Then it's going to want to experience murder to a higher degree. For example, what does it feel like to kill 30 people? What does it feel like to kill 100,000? You know what I mean? And is it evil?
No, I don't, and yes, it is evil.
Not if your intention is to understand murder. Because
oh my gosh, but this is dangerous rhetoric. And guys, I'm all for freedom of speech, but this, by the people who are probably very gullible that follow this sort of, oh, yeah, you know, since I'm doing it for a good reason and she's saying it's not evil and she's the person that I believe in, then oh my gosh, this is the danger potential of these statements.
by the virtue of you understanding murder, you are sharing that learning and you're uploading it up to the Akashic records where everybody else can learn from it.
How? How is this? And before anyone says freedom of speech, I'm a massive supporter of freedom of speech, but freedom of speech, constitutionally speaking, has exceptions. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you can say whatever you want. Freedom of speech means you can say whatever you want, except for certain specific exceptions, such as I can't just go around and tell people to commit any crime. That's not okay from within the constitutionally decreed exceptions to freedom of speech, and also the idea of pushing people to commit violent acts, which in a way, I'm no lawyer, but this is kind of dangerously moving into that possible.
That is a very important distinction to make. Because at one point, somebody has to be the soul that is going to get the learning of what it feels like for the rest of existence and for the rest of the higher selves, and so somebody has to take one for the team.
She's literally justifying mass murderers. spiritually speaking. I'm not okay with that. Okay, just let me go ahead and say this. Victims are victims. Mass murderers are psychotic pieces of shit that need to be stopped with all the resources available to us as a civilized society. They are a threat to the rest of us. There's no justification, ever.
Who starts a world war, somebody who, I don't know, blows up a nuke and kills, demolishes a whole city, right? That is one way that you can get there. In this particular instance, right? Again, the intention of your higher self is learning. Let's say your higher self, because there is some trauma in the childhood, maybe because they saw a movie where somebody murdered somebody, thought it was cool, so they essentially went off the bandwagon.
That makes them a sociopath.
This...
Okay, I'm done with the murder part. I'm done.
So interesting.
And by the way, like, look at Hitler. He's one of the poster children for, like, being an evil person. Do you know how many millions of souls benefited from learning from the experience that he has created? So here you may put, you know, like, look at a character like him and be like, oh, he's completely evil. And upstairs, his experience was the greatest, one of the greater, you know, sources of knowledge of 3D planet Earth warfare.
3D planet what? She's just randomly throwing words in there.
And that is benefiting so many different souls on their evolutionary path. So is he evil? Not really. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Maria, I need to talk to you. Already the fact that she decided to talk about Nazi Germany clearly without any historical knowledge whatsoever, it's annoying to me. But in general, the topic of Nazis is annoying anyways, mostly because sometimes what I see, particularly when it's in connection to TikTok, is I see these people, like these kids, they spend all of their times creating these like 60 seconds TikToks when they complain about how oppressed they are by Nazism. And only 20 seconds after posting that TikTok, they make another one where they are saying how their life is over because the cold cream machine is broken at their local Starbucks and therefore they cannot get diabetes-inducing concoction that they are addicted to that people now here mask as coffee. And the reason that annoys me is because within my own family, someone like my grandfather, who was actually part of the northern Italian resistance against the Nazi, aka the partisans in northern Italy, whom in the 1940s wasn't saying no to Nazism in front of an iPhone camera, but he was saying no to Nazism when it was actually dangerous in front of a German machine gun. But with that introduction out of the way, Maria, did Hitler help my grandfather's soul learn when they took him away from his family against his will and brought him to a concentration camp in Austria? Am I supposed to say thank you to the historical Nazis for that, you absolute piece of shit? Moving on to other subjects when it comes to this video, and the reason why I decided to do this was not only because I wanted to apologize to you, because I know that maybe some people trusting my expertise, the fact that I usually do my due diligence, they decided to, you know, interact with this business. Once again, I'm truly sorry. But there is also another reason why I decided to make this video. And the second reason is because I think this can be an opportunity to show what it means to take responsibility and address an uncomfortable situation as a content creator. I'm not trying to virtue signaling whatsoever. Once again, it is on me that I had no idea that this was going on, which is why we need to be very responsible when it comes to considering the sort of services, products that we endorse, particularly when it comes to financial application, which kind of connects to the next section of this video, financial apps. I was recently watching a video by Coffeezilla where he talked about a specific app that has been pushed by several content creators and influencers and YouTubers lately that has lost people a lot of money. Watch this.
Today we're talking about a bank promoted by YouTubers that's now become a casino and users can't get their money out.
This video is sponsored by Yotta Savings.
Yotta, Y-O-T-T-A.
Yotta Savings?
The Yotta Savings app, maybe you saw a couple people talk about this.
Yes, I have seen people talk about Yotta recently.
Hey, my name's Daniel. My wife and I, our family has $18,000 in Yotta that we can't get out.
Over $60,000 frozen up in Yotta.
$15,440.06 frozen in Yotta.
$7,270.60 frozen.
$583.
$98,000 frozen in Yotta.
$94,000
give or take, Frozen?
46,000.
I'm just going to refer you to the actual video because I don't want to take views from the hard work that this specific creator put into this video, so I'll put a link in the description below. I just wanted to watch the beginning because it kind of introduces this topic, the topic of financial advising. So there are several apps that have been pushed recently by fellow content creators on this platform. For example, whether it be Robinhood, whether it be this Yata Bank, which ended up basically freezing all of the money that these people were saving up for their children, for medical bills, for paying rent, for putting a down payment for a house, for their marriages, for their studies. They trusted influencers, they trusted YouTubers, they downloaded an app that the YouTuber was being paid to promote, because that's how it works. You are paid to promote a product. And then they ended up losing everything. Why? Because YouTubers didn't do their due diligence. So as I say, my failure with Scentbird today, it still is a situation that needs to be talked about. And as YouTubers, whenever anything like this happens and your due diligence fails, you need to make a video and acknowledge it. And this is a double problem, because on one hand, you've got YouTubers that know absolutely nothing about finance and still decide to endorse a product, whether it be Masterworks, whether it be Robinhood or Yota, so something that is connected to your subscribers potentially losing all of their money based on the trust that they have for you. If you are not a financial expert, you shouldn't endorse things that you don't understand. I was contacted by Masterworks. They offered me a big chunk of money. I refused it. And once again, I'm not trying to virtual signaling. I'm saying the reason why I refused it is because I looked into it, I studied it, I did my due diligence on the company and the way it works, and I did not understand anything. Because I don't know anything about finances, therefore I told the contact politely, I said, sorry, but I need to decline this sponsorship because I don't feel comfortable pushing something that I don't understand on my platform. There isn't necessarily anything wrong with the idea of having some sponsors on your platform, also because this business model can be beneficial for both the creator and the audience if you find a product that you are happy to endorse that, you know, people can like, they can get discounts, and then at the same time you can make a buck. But when it comes to financial application and cryptocurrencies are particularly sensitive areas of promotions. These products can have profound impacts on an individual's financial well-being, and for example the cryptocurrency market in particular is known for its volatility and potential for scams. And if you connect that to a script that needs to be approved by a sponsor, this can be a lethal combination when it comes to the financial stability of your audience, which is the only reason you yourself can make this money and are in a position of doing this full-time as your job. Thus, as content creators, I believe that there are several steps that we need to take in order to fulfill our moral obligation towards our audiences. So, conduct thorough research, disclose sponsored content clearly, test products personally, consider long-term consequences, seek expert opinions when needed, and be selective. Not every sponsor opportunity is worth pursuing. Now, when it comes to me and finances, I've chosen the easy way, which means I just say no. I have learned absolutely from this experience, and from now on, I won't just do due diligence on the product and the company, but I'll also look at the CEO, co-founders, founders, CPO, COO, and whatever the hell there is in the business corporate structure. I saw a plethora of positive reactions, and you have been absolutely wonderful to me. Number one, I really, really appreciate that and your trust and the fact that you still hold me in high esteem. I hope to never disappoint you, and I will absolutely, absolutely do better.